It is effectively a Dragon Quest game in the guise of a Yakuza game. Very silly game, that one. Very good music, though. So, what's the plan? What's the gamer mode here? What's the 411? What is the end of Horsevengelion 1.0? You cannot be a Triple Crown. Well, if we really look at what the 1 to 2 to 3s of everything is, if I click through everything I need to click through here, I don't need you open anymore. This is the GM section right here. We are effectively done with actually getting everything from point A to point B. That's pretty much it. We're good. We're done with that. I need to put in these side notes, but after that, we're pretty much done. But there is a few things we need to hammer out. First things first, we need the character sheet. This is fairly important because it's a game with a character sheet, so we have to do that. Second, we have to get the race sheet done. The race sheet's going to be a little bit more complicated for a variety of reasons. Finally, we need to actually get all the tables in here one way or another. For context sake, let me bring up all the table derby charts just to give you an idea of how many goddamn charts there are in this game. As you can see, every single one of these needs to be put into the game somewhere. Somewhere, every single one of these need to be put into the game. And this is, I also have this number of skills. We also have all of these ones. Luckily, all of the outings have been put in. I did spend a good time last night sitting down and just hammering out where every single one of these go. There are quite a few different ones of these outing charts, and many of them are hellishly gay, otherwise known as they want you to touch girls. And I mean that in the nicest way possible, because let's roll an outing on the outing chart real fast. Just to give you all a basic understanding of what I mean by this. So, let's assume there's only 2 of us. And let's say we're going for an outing. I rolled a 32, so let's down here a little bit. Actually, no, I rolled a 23. So, cinema. A wants to use the couple's discount no matter what. So she'll hold hands with B, even though she has no choice. Both may change the relationship to lover, question mark. Yeah, welcome to, man, Yakuza dudes made Judgment Game. Literally Yakuza but better, and then made Yakuza like a dragon. Yakuza but not really, since it's a fucking turn-based. Don't fuck the horses. Yeah, well, the thing is, Judgment wasn't very good. That's the issue. Well, not necessarily wasn't good, it was just people didn't like it as much as the mainline series, so they're like, oh, we'll just make another Yakuza game, literally as a meme, because it was originally going to be original. It was going to be like a very, it was originally going to be a classic Yakuza game, but they showed it as like having turn-based combat really early on as kind of like a jokey, funny thing, because Ichiban believes he's in a Dragon Quest game, effectively. People liked it so much, they were like, oh, why don't we just make it turn-based and see how it works? And that's the story there. They're like, fuck it, why not? Also, I'd like to thank Halcyon Zeta for following. But yeah, this is the plan to get everything from point A to point B tonight. So, first things first, let's get this done. I need to fix some of these up to make them look a little bit nicer. I was kind of rushing near the end there because it was very late and I was very tired. But yes, here are some of the, they call them modulations, and I'm just going to keep with the name because it's funny. But the modulations that the horse girl has to go, that the horse girl may suffer from if she does not, mind you, does not clear her problem. Such as hidden bomb. At the start of her turn, every round, the character rolls a die, and if it's 1, 2, or 3, she's in serious trouble and drops out of the race. Literally every round, you have a 50-50 shot of just losing. Dead last, you have to give up. Or, hey, you end up with laziness at the start of every turn, at the start of her turn every round. The character rolls a dice. If a 1, 2, or 3 is rolled, they literally cannot act. It's just Jover. Their turn is done. Or, hey, you are a night owl, which you literally cannot raise your ki above 6, which you will never fault, mind you. It is impossible for you to fault. On the other hand, you are literally crippling yourself to an insane degree. Funny, isn't it? Or probably the word, like the addition, like the most crippling one is probably no practice, which no practice is funny because it counts it pretty much means that you can roll 1 4 times, 2 and a 3. That is all you can roll. It's any die that rolls a 4, 5, or 6 counts as 1. Yeah, welcome to Pretty Derby, the ugliest game available. It kicks your ass a little bit. And it's like, oh, okay. Knock off Kiryu. Hey, I do love when games kind of take a 90-degree turn. Sometimes doing things joke ends up better than people think. Well, the thing is, the Yakuza series has been going for so long. Like, people don't really think about it, but like the Yakuza games have been around since like the early 2000s. And like they're really popular. People still buy them. People like them a lot. They're remaking a lot of them. And I think they've kind of realized, like, we can't, like early PS2. And they it's one of those things like people have kind of paused and be like, we can't keep going with this, obviously. Kiryu is, I believe by the time of 6, he's in like his 50s. Like he's an older guy. Like that's the funny part. Like he's an older guy. And he's still kicking ass and taking names. And then you got that. It's like, okay, we kind of want to end it up. Kind of like the Haruka plot is over. Things are kind of going up. That's why, like, I think the next game they're going to be doing, Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name. That is the full title, mind you. Is literally just going to be Kiryu showing up, punching people, and leaving. And that's just going to be the end of the series. But they want to experiment more with it because they have to. They have to experiment. It's like, what's working, what's not working. Saying, hey, we really like this. They aren't going to kill Kiryu. I don't think they're going to kill Kiryu. I don't... If they might kill Kiryu. Here's the thing. They might kill Kiryu. If they kill Kiryu, it's more going to be like a very clear, like, this is the end of the series. He's going to be like 67 in the next game. He's an old man. Yeah, he's fucking old. But as Kiryu was born, you know what? We could do this because it's my fucking stream. I can do whatever I want. Kiryu Kazuma, he is at the time of, let me see. Let me see. He was born. No. He is in Like a Dragon. He is 51. He was born in 1968. We do 1968. He would be 55 at this point if the game takes place in the modern day. Yeah, this is him in Like a Dragon. That is him in his 50s, mind you. Like, if it takes place in 2020, like 2024, 2023, yeah. Yeah, you gotta remember that, like, in the Kiwami game, like in Kiwami and Kiwami 2, he's like in his like late 30s. kill a man by glaring. Yeah. You joke, but yeah. Like, you gotta think about it like this when it comes to Kiryu's actual honest-to-God repertoire of what he's done. He has fought 50, he's effectively fought 50 men armed to the teeth, bare-fisted, and won. He has fought multiple of the best fighters pretty much in the entirety of the, Japan by himself and won. He's been shot multiple times and won. He has been stabbed multiple times and he comes out on top. He is one of the most dangerous people probably in Japan. All I'm saying is he's effectively a Baki character at this point. Yeah. He has ancient magic protecting him. Yeah, effectively. Yeah, usually being shot and stabbed does the opposite of you trying to look good. Yeah, so does getting, like, literally the shit kicked out of him multiple times. And he just doesn't care. I do know, let me see. If we go to Goro Majima, the other protagonist, yeah, to give you an idea, let's do how old is Majima? Majima is he is 55 in Like a Dragon. This man is 55. Breaking bones by glaring, exactly. Let me see. Like a Dragon. Actually, I want to take Like a Dragon. Like a Dragon takes place in 2019, mind you. So yeah, Majima is about 60 at this point. Like, that's the funny thing. He is going to be 60 if the game takes place in 2023. And he too is also a one-man killing machine, effectively. And that's just how he handles things. Wait, Ryuga Kotoko. Oh, this is the free-to-play collectible card game spin-off version of the Yakuza series. How can I forget? How can I forget the collectible card game spin-off? I like the very generic-looking hostesses, but here's my boy. Here's the entire cast. I like it how just out of place the hostesses are. That does go hard. Yeah. Yeah. Also, in Yakuza, can't you make more money as a landlord than doing actual crime? You don't do crime. Here's the secret of the Yakuza series. You don't do crime. Kiryu spends more of his life preventing crime than doing crime. And anytime crime does pop up, Kiryu is usually the one trying to stop it in some way. Or if he is directly having to perform crime, it's usually with him being sad about it. And it's like, oh, cool. Thanks, Kiryu. How are you doing? Okay. So, Mob Umemusume. And the section describes Umemusume NPCs run the same race rather than trainers and ordinary people who appear in the great progression. There are not enough players participating in the session. The race taxes are not being played out. The ways send out a mob. Umemusume send out a mob Umemusume. I, 、 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 I, ん These Ume, actually, these individuals are these runners. Let's see. Mabumazume. These runners represent a group. Represent a group of Umamazume playing mob roles in the race. We do this. Mob in this context is referring this is referring to background characters. Background character. Mob in this context is referring to background. So Mob Umamuzume. Do not have any data on Ki. It makes a judgment based on a predetermined value. On a predetermined value. Final judgment 4d6. Other judgments 3d6. Yeah, they pretty much just the mob enemies, like, they're supposed to more like fill out the race than do anything else. They're not actually supposed to be very threatening or good. They are quite literally designed to be fodder. Assassin NPCs. NPC Umazume, known as assassins. Assassins are created through character creation, just like the PCs. Assassin NPCs have only appeared in races and run while PCs during races as characters control. Yeah, the assassin can shorten the preparation of the game by pre-selecting the skills they will require during the race. Should control the assassin with a view to balance them, knowing that the Umamazume who can choose their own skills will be very powerful. The assassin's ki. Assassin's ki at the start of the race phase should be between 4 and 6. NPC known as warriors. Are just like assassins. Known as warriors are created through character creation. Just like assassins, difference of the assassins is that the case of the actually, or buddy. Actually, not warriors. Let's see. In the case of warrior NPCs, they appear to be scenario phase. They appear from the scenario phase and are operating the same way as normal NPCs, except controlled by the GM. Warriors. Days and races with the man will be friendly. Assassin, like the assassin, the warrior. The warrior can be choose skills gained during the race. Yes, as with assassins. Let me just do a double check to make sure. going to put a side note here. I feel that's important. Side note. Assassins and warriors. What this section is actually saying is that there will be mob NPCs, faceless masses, and the named and assassin slash warriors. Assassins are all about the actual race themselves. Not really knowing all that much about them. Let's see. Assassins are all about the actual race with the PCs, not really knowing all that much about them. Contrasting that, the warriors are friends and others who have already been introduced. Introduced in the scenario. For lack of a better for comparison, El Condor Pasa from season 1 is an assassin. We don't see much of her, but we know she's there. On the other hand, Silent Suzuka. Silence? My fucking spelling Silent Suzuka. Silent Suzuka. I keep wanting to say it's silent, not silence. Silent Suzuka. If she was an NPC to special weeks PC, would be a quote warrior. Would be a warrior. As she plays a part in her story. There we go. We don't. I have no idea why it is worded this way. I have no idea why this was like we need to put it in like this exact. If we don't put it in the exact way here, it's like no. But yeah, this is effectively how it is, like assassins and warriors. It's just a justification to give him a special name, personally. Remind me, how deep does the... remind me how deep the mafia and the organized crime has its finger in horse girl racing. In actual racing, it's a well-known fact that a lot of horses are owned by guys with connections to the Yakuza. But the really rich guys do have ties to people. The joke being that like these guys who own the horses don't want, people obviously wanting to have sex with their horses because that's a little not good. Thus, the Yakuza wants to beat your ass if you draw horse girl lewds. Otherwise known as Kazuma Kiryu is coming to your house right now to beat your ass. But you also get cases like what is Umemazuma, she's on Team Spica. And the other one is Daiwa Scarlet. This is Daiwa Scarlet, by the way. Now, there's a joke that the owner of Daiwa Scarlet, very specifically, Cabron, if you don't give her 3 cups, more cups, is at least you're losing 3 fingers. That is quite literally what happened with Daiwa Scarlet. Is that the owner of the actual horse, the owner of the actual mare, went to Psy Games and they're like, okay, here's the original draft, and he's like, bigger tits, and they're like, what do you mean, sir? Like, they need to be bigger. Like, what? But that doesn't make any sense. They need to be bigger. She needs to be more popular than Vodka, or I will not give you the rights to use her name. And thus you have legitimate. It's not. They are considered human beings. That's the thing. They do enjoy the same rights as human beings. They're just like you and me. Because you got to remember, there is no horses in the world. Horses do not exist. Yeah, so that's the one like very bizarre one of the very bizarre things that you learn about, and then it's like, oh, damn, Daiwa Scarlet. This is her eternal rival, Vodka. This is like a... Let me repeat myself, because apparently you didn't understand the words coming out of my maker. Tits bigger. So wait, did Knight just ride on the battle? Lubu, you're asking questions you don't want answered. Because I want you to imagine this. Yeah, you have to remember this. A basic horse girl, by the time she is in high school, is about as strong as 3 fully grown men. And she can run about 45. Mind you, she can run about, she's sprinting. She runs as fast as a horse. She is as strong as a full-on horse in the shape of a girl. That kick there, do you see those legs? That kick can dislocate your jaw. That kick will kill you. Now think about this, because we all have to think about this very closely, and I want you all to really imagine this. This is a thoroughbred horse. This is a horse built for racing. These horses are legitimately a little bit fragile, all things considering, in the grand scheme of things. Imagine. You hear the popping noise. Fragile, like a race car. Yeah. Relatively speaking, when it comes to thoroughbred horses. Now, are there boy horses? No, there is not. There is just some guy who's like, hey, hippity hoppity, I'm gonna be that Stallerino. And yeah, that's like the one thing you gotta remember. One lucky man gets to be with a horse girl of his dreams in a fully functional marriage, and if he ever disappoints her, he's probably going to the ER. Like, that man is going to the forever box, more likely. But yeah, this is Vodka. Oh, this is Vodka. But yeah, I just want to give you like the idea of this is nominally the main character of the series. This is Special Week. Like, she's the main girl. And like, if you do see like anything related to Pretty Derby, it's usually Special Week. Though I will say probably the other very important character is Tokai Teo. This is Tokai Teo. This is Sang's favorite character. Main character of the first season. Usually, it's usually when you like, if you just hit Pretty Derby. If you just hit Pretty Derby, usually its Special Week is like right up there in the front. When I mean she's like the main girl, I mean like they throw her on the front of a lot of the publication material. Which one was this one say? That's Teo. Yeah, you kind of see, even like, this isn't even her season. She's still front and center. Yeah, it's not like, you see this with legitimately all of these games, any of these gacha games. You will see like the main girl, like the one who is just clearly on front. And as I scroll here, I'm like, vaguely concerned I'm gonna see pornography, but we're just not gonna talk about it, okay? We're just gonna keep scrolling and life is gonna go on. Yeah. You could have just made them track racing stars, but no, horse girls. I can tell you why. Here's the thing, Feel Good. You have to remember one very important. Okay. You have to remember one very important thing. The people who did this needed something to appeal to otaku. They needed to find someone that would be really obsessive. And you can just do, or you can just make, hey, we just want to do, track racing. We just want to do track racing stars. But there are people out there who obsess over horses, horse racing. Or that's just someone's hobby. That's just their thing. It could be from a gambling perspective, or it could just be because they just enjoy it. It's kind of like, you see this with a lot of, people like saying, unironically, you get people who say, I'll use this as an example. There's actually a recent, I believe, anime coming out I believe it came out this season or the season prior, called DIY. Or Let's Do DIY or something like that. Now, the big thing here was pretty simple. It's a cute girls doing cute things show. Here are the cute girls, and the cute things they're doing is do-it-yourself products. Why was it made? Because the guy who likes it likes doing DIY stuff. That's as simple as it is sometimes. Like, if you ever do get curious, just look at a lot of these cute girls doing cute things, and you can usually find the fact that, like, the guy writing it or the person writing it just really likes doing that and just wants to tell more people about it. This is why Quick Start is the best manga of all times, and we will never see a continuation of it. To give you an idea, this is Quick Start. Quick Start's fantastic because it's literally just cute girls doing cute things, except it's tabletop role-playing games. That's all it was. It never really got super popular, and it was effectively like a 4-coma. Like, they actually did a few games. And yeah, they did actually a few games, and it just never really went far. Actually here, let me see. Have they updated it? Yes, I'm on Manga Dex. Yeah, I am. Fuck you. 5 years. Yeah, to give you an idea, 5 years ago is when people started doing, and apparently there's a lot more of it. Like, they've been doing things for quite a while with it. It just no one really ended it, kind of thing. Gotta reread Quick Start. Yeah, you can't even see this is TG Scanlations. Jesus, TG. They link right back to TG. I love it. Yeah, TG Scanlations. Like, what have they done? Just these two things. That's it. Yeah, there's a couple of them that I would like to. When you're talking about things like that, have no fear. So, race phase held various racetracks for different regions, different season. Devil Derby 2 uses race skills. Race skills to express these characteristics. Racing skills handled by GM, control the ESG. But it would be a mistake to use too many skills and interfere with players' games. Player's game. The player's game. Following is a rough outline to the number of skills. Open races. No race. Heavyweight. Heavyweight. 1 race skill. Senior. 2 race skills. As race skills are race-related data. You can learn from past races and take countermeasures. Therefore, it's fundamental to tell the players the scenario phase what race skills will be used. They are treated as skills, but they're not really skills per se. You can use unique negative skills. You can create unique negative skills or major negative events or great negative events. Events and great negative event presented earlier to create scenarios, strategy and skills, counter the race skills. Race skill. Really designed and used by the GM. Let players see new race development from the original race skills. Yes. Campaign. If you play each story session in succession with the same character, it becomes a campaign style play. No, Lubu. Bad. Horse girls in the Ume Mizume Pretty Derby universe are just like us. They're just regular girls who do regular things. And we don't realize the fact that Silent Suzuka and technically Special Week are part of this, are effectively cousins because their dad. They're just regular people who do regular things. Yeah, regular horse girls doing regular horse girl things. They are, as we do say, kawaii. The URA. Let's see. They are regular girls, but they can actually fight back and make them a sandwich. I like how jockeys are just completely erased. Hey, all I'm saying... I can't say... who do you think is right enough? Oh, Jesus, I'm terrible. Oh, God. I would have fucking died. Oh, the jockeys have had their balls obliterated by... I die in glory. No, looks at their outfit and silks of the jockey. Yeah, effectively, their actual silks, what they wear is based off the jockey. If you want to be really facetious, if you really want to be a little bit funny, haha, you could argue that any horse husband ends up as effectively a jockey. To die by horse sex is the way of the warrior. I die standing. My ancestors are smiling upon me, Imperial. Can you say the same? Sir, we've got another one in the ER. Oh no. Let's see. Each story does not have to be connected, but if you know from the start that there will be several sessions, you may want to try a story that depicts Umezume's growth and records, a story where they challenge high-grade G1 races or conquer big races one after another. Appear mainly have the same names, specifications, racing the JRA's horse racing. So you maybe prepare races that appear in your scenario, campaign-based, very rewarding if you target the G1 race. Different scenarios such as Summer 2000, which total points from multiple races are combined. Of course, you can create your own special races, not covered by the JRA. You enjoy team versus team confrontations, situations like team race and championship meetings in the app. Yes, they do encourage you to use the app to do things. Okay, so these are effectively all in place. We just need to do unique NPC, unique scenarios. Let's see. I'm just gonna put a footnote right here. Every session. Every session of Table Derby 2 will have a race featuring the characters. These races are mainly from GMs are free to create any scenario they wish to play and the race they wish to compete in. Yeah, it's actually a very important aspect of the game that there will be a race. They even outright say, like, there will be a race. don't think that there's not going to be a race, because there's gonna be a fucking race. You're gonna like it. So we already put that one in because this doesn't seem right. Let's just double check this. Because group of women is a group of them that is treated as 4-3 at the stage determining the order of arrival. Because first, that means took first, second, and third place. Kind of was one. Since characters count for 3. Oh, that's what. There we go. That's what happened. They didn't get split correctly. That counts as 3 separate Umezume in that quote, in that group. Because a mob Umemuzume is a group of because the mob, I should say, because quote the mob is a group of Umemuzume treated as 4-3 for stage determining order. Yeah, so if you pretty much let the basic NPCs win, yeah, no, you just lose everything. The phrase for this is no. Yeah, probably one of the very few games out there that will actively just hold you in just misery if you fuck up. Like you are fucked it up. Trial rate. Let me. GM controlled skills. GM manipulation skills. We need a footnote here. If you need achievement value for the value of EI. Let the current key value by 2d6. Yeah, to find the achieved value. Achievement value. Yeah, let the current value of the key value rolled by 2d6. Okay. Then we need to do trial. So it is a trial of the race. We need to insert footnote. Let's see, is for priority to run. Although all races have entry requirements, especially classic races, age requirements are limited. So you can only enter a race once in your lifetime, which is, you know, a thing for horses because, you know, there's like age 3 horses, age 4. Okay. So that's everything in the basics. Let's see. Jockeys sometimes appear in anime games as important characters, like recently wrote to the top, have NTR trainer being referenced as both her IRL jig and her trainer. All I'm thinking is that Spanish, you know, Billy and Mandy bit comic. That's all I'm thinking of. So, Jen, why you in the emergency room tonight, horse wife? Ah, you pissed the wife off. I see. Don't worry, ma'am. We get all these all the time. Have no fear. See, it's always one of those questions you have to ask, being like, what if you want to be like do anything else with your life as a horse girl? You just don't get that choice. You will be a racer, and you will enjoy it. Okay, so that's the basics here. Everything is currently in here. I'm just going to do a double check up here just to make sure everything is written correctly. Not, we need to join sounds. We're at 8. Yeah, there we go. Looks Gucci. Okay, so new plan. Here's what we're going to do. We don't need you. Actually, we kind of need. Oh no. Okay. How do I want to do this? We want to open up Sakura. We want to open up Sakura. We want to open up Paint.net. Hello, Paint.net, my beloved. Da 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 da. Paint.net. There we go. Hello, Paint.net. Right there. Hello. Yes, this is Paint.net. This is my preferred way of doing things. However, we're going to go to Table Derby. We have to translate a few things here. First things first, I'm going to get this. Now, this is one bit. I just need to make sure that this is actually put in correctly. So what I'm going to do right now, just going to quick edit. Quick. Just got to change this. Yes, I do try to keep everything as accurate as possible. That's going to be hard, and I'm going to explain it after we get the character sheet done when it comes to the race sheet, which is very important and very problematic. But I open up this. Hello, Table Derby. Hello, Table Derby. Here comes the girls. No, not you. There we are. Okay. Now, fun fact. I'm going to have to OCR this. Son of a... I usually don't like doing OCRs. Because OCR, I feel it's not really as... It's not as reliable to me anyway. I mean, do we have a good OCR? Do we have a good OCR? I guess we have like this basic one. We have to upload files and stuff. I think let's use the Yandex one. I like the Yandex one usually. It works pretty good for me. Let's do photo finish. This is translate from Chinese to Russian. No, we want to translate this to English. That's not. Yeah. Victory, what we've achieved. That point or adjust. Okay, let's do. Here's what we're gonna do. You up, open you up. You need to do this section. You need to do. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna zoom in here, because what they did here in a lot of the PDF files was that they did not actually, in the actual PDF itself, they didn't do a very good job of, how do I want to word this? This is not something created in the PDF itself. This is something that they copy pasted inside of it. That makes my life a lot more complicated. So, that's why pain. I'm going to type this in as just pain. We're going to go back to Yandex. Let's kill, yeah, and we don't need that. We're gonna open up this. Not Chinese, it's in Japanese. At that point, or adjust the spirit to interfere with your opponent's movement. Show your strength, don't let the other party out of power. That's... one. This is why I don't like OCRs. There we go. Recognition languages. That is correct, though. Boom, boom, boom. You in my room, and we'll be together. I want. I'm literally just looking, staring at this, like checking all the, see if all the kanji is correct. That's why it's freaking out, because it thinks that there's another symbol over entirely. Okay, so we do this. We go over here. We go over here. Up to that point. Must adjust your inner or interfere with. Okay. Okay. I see what it's trying to do. So, because I know what it's trying to say here, for those who can't see it, what this is trying to say right here, if we use the power of basic image, image recognition, what it's trying to say here is actually, unsurprisingly, not that. What it's trying to say, something more akin to this. Now, this doesn't look really nice, and I know what it's trying to say, though. Pretty much what it's trying to say here is, hey, up until, until this point, it is up to you to make sure that you know what you're doing. And you want to prevent someone else from doing their stuff. That's all you got to do. That's what it's trying to say. So, if I'm doing this correctly, check this, go to that. Okay. Okay. Oh, you're not making this game? Yeah, no, I'm translating it. Yeah. No worries. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't really call this translation. I call this dawang for a reason. Because that's what this is. We're dawanging. This is a blind idiot translation, at best. So, I want to do this correctly. Put the U over here, and we use droid sons. Actually, no, we don't use that. We use Verdana for everything in. We look here. Just before the goal is just before the goal. Goal and the final judgment. Victory or defeat of the race is just before the goal, and the final judgment determine don't really victory or defeat. This give me something. Victory or defeat of the race. So I make it a little bit. No, maybe 13, 14. Because like the thing is, like, all the text boxes and stuff are legitimately built for kanji, not for English characters. Normally what you would have to be doing is doing some rewriting and doing some redrawing. Victory or defeat of the race is just before the goal, and the final judgment determines everything. If I wanted to be really precise about things, what I would do is something like this, and literally just do some redrawing. Do it like this. We do a little bit of redrawing. In case you ever are reading the manga or something similar to that, and they talk about redrawing, this is what they're actually referring to, is something like this. It's where you take some of the text boxes that just don't really work for what it's trying to be, and you just remove some bits of it to make it look a little better, because that's the best way to do things. So if we open this victory or defeat of the victory or defeat in the race is determined just before during the is determined just before the goal. Actually, do we use nope, finish line for the finish line. Decision before the finish line. So that's what it's. What we constantly refer to it as is before the finish line. Before the finish line. So we gotta make it just before. Before the finish is determined before. Victory or defeat in the race is determined before the finish line. And the final judgment will determine everything. Go. This. It. There we go. This is the race is determined before the finish line. The final judgment will determine everything. Yo. Okay. Translation is always a fascinating experience. Okay, so we've done that. Don't need to. What I'm going to do is going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to be a little bit more tactical about things. I'm going to make this box like this. That. Keikaku means plan. Let's. Yeah, that's a fairly recent phenomenon, unfortunately. And yeah, we're gonna remove one of the exclamation points. There we go. Shift you over like that. If we shift you, oh, nope. Not gonna lose you, Seiyun Sky. I don't like you, but you're not gonna get erased. Okay. We do that. We erase you. I don't think she really needed that extra extra exclamation point. You never know. So this is where things start getting, because what I need to write is this. Till that point, until that point, the character must adjust their character must manage their own ki, or interfere with their opponents, opponent's movements to one, generate express power, to prevent others from expressing power, or prevent your opponent. There we go. What this is effectively stating is, don't let your opponents get the better of you and try to win. We're gonna have to lose. It's important to prevent your opponents from exerting his power, but I think that's fine for like what we get here. So I have like 6. I have too many tabs open. Please send help. It is an ethics violation. That's the thing. But the big thing you have to always remember when it comes to like translation services is that these guys do not get paid jack shit. They get paid very little. And because they don't get paid a lot, the desire for turnaround is often more important than the actual like demand for like quality. We should go to this, in which we learn about our SAC 01s, SAC 1s. So okay, which we are going to that, paste you in there just so we know, hey, this is what the original was. This is our quote translation of it. It's a little bit different. Yeah, but there we go. This is the kind of one-to-one. I'm gonna actually put a footnote here for people who like go to be like, this doesn't really make any sense. Footnote, side note. Mm. Mm. The original intent was to express the very simple idea that use your own power, to win, prevent others from doing so, That's all. I removed that last line. As it's just repeating. It's just repeating the above statement. That's all. I don't think anyone's really going to be like, oh, you removed a single line from something you really didn't need to add in the first place. So yeah, I don't think. But go right here. There's the finish line. Okay, so these are the end of round. Technically, we need to put it right. Where do I want to put? Where can I put this? Yeah, where can I put this? Let's shrink you down. I guess we can try to put it right there. So if we take this and we just put it right here. Nope. I'm gonna set this at 0 margin. I'm gonna put it behind the text as well. So there we go. Victory defeating the race determined before Nito Burrito. There we go. Okay, so you're done. Photo finish English. Okay, so that's one very complicated part done. Now we get to the significantly less complicated section, but just more time consuming. This is the character sheet. More accurately, this is the blank character sheet. This is the full character sheet. This is things we need to put on here. We need to get all of this information on here. So, let's start. And we are going to do this by how are we going to do this? So, we need to do, I'm going to go to, let's go to the PDF. We're going to go all the way down here. And we select. We can select. So, document, rotate pages, bump. We're going to start from the top. We're going to start from the very, very top. And we're just going to work our way down. That's going to be the plan. So, this, yep, there. Try to maintain accuracy if we really specific about things. This is the PDF. Just to make sure that everyone kind of knows what I'm doing here. So this is the character bit. So I'm gonna do, just so for my own reference sake, I'm gonna mark off what I've already done. Start. This should be motivation. If I'm doing this correctly, this should be motivation. Yeah, this is motivation. Very slow. Slow and steady wins the race here. Motivation. this is limit of ki increase. Make it in chunks. Because that is every time you get a ki increase. Obviously, learn to pay people enough money that would be for better products. It is purely because it's actually a if you ever want a fun fact of life, it is because there are so many people who want to do it. That is the literal reason. That seems like a really like it sounds kind of weird to say. Like, what do you mean? Like that, that shouldn't really be the case. That doesn't make like a lot of sense or whatever. Because so many people want to get into the hobby space, if that wants to get into that space, more people are willing to work for less. Because if I'm in it, that means you're not. And because there are so many people willing to work kind of terrible conditions, because hey, at least I'm in it, people usually tend to, you can exploit them a lot more. It's kind of like with animation in that regard. Like, the animation industry is like universally paid poorly because people are kind of willing in a way to people are more willing to work terrible things because they know they're replaceable. We should kill people. Thanks, Manly, for your contribution. It sounds like low-wage slavery or feudalism or serfdom. And sort of. I think the best way to think about this is quite simple. Let's say there's a cool job everybody wants. Like we'll say it's a translation thing. Everybody wants to be a translator. Because if you're in the translator, you get to work in the industry you love, you get to see things first. It's very cool. But let's say there's only one position for this translator. A single one. And the thing is, they're only going to pay for one person. Now, there are 3 people who want the job. Now, first person, Paul over here, Paul is willing, Paul wants a lot of fucking money for his job, for this gig. He wants a lot of money. But he's very, very capable. He's very good at his job. Pauline over here doesn't really, Pauline just wants the job. She doesn't give a shit. But she wants a decent pay. She wants good pay. She's willing to work at, kind of maybe not the best, best conditions, but it doesn't really matter. She just wants the job. Then we have Mike. Mike will work anything. It doesn't matter. He's capable. He's very capable, but he doesn't care. He will work in the worst, slave-tiered conditions possible. They're gonna hire Mike because it just keeps their costs low. And that's the big thing, is that there are a lot more Mikes in the world than there are Paul or Paulines. A lot more. And when it comes to also like entertainment translation, there's also another very big thing. Paul, the original one, the first one, he should get a job anywhere else because no, Manly, bad. But yeah, you kind of are seeing the comparisons here. One of the things in like the translation industry, especially, the people who want to go into entertainment, translation, usually are bottom barrel. Because if you are qualified, if you are good, you're getting the better jobs. You're the one translating legal documentation. You're the ones translating contracts. You're the ones translating like business stuff. That shit makes bank. And it's really good because like a bad wording, a bad translation on a big legal document could be the difference between a couple $1,000,000, and your ass is going to be the one on the line if it fucks up. That's why, you know, it's like people who are really talented at it don't go into entertainment, because guess what? It's just not as efficient. You know, it's like, why would you ever want to do that? So what entertainment is kind of left with is the bottom of the barrel and a lot of bottom of the barrel. All of whom want the fucking job and are willing to work slave labor for it. It's a tragic state of affairs, but that's just kind of the nature of the beast, where people are terrible. Fun fact. I, for one, think that violence is always the answer. No, Manly. It is not. Violence is never the answer. Violence is bad. Violence is bad, people. We shouldn't engage in violence. But this Russian wouldn't. Hello, phone. You wanna tell? My mother has discovered Chat GPT, so she's telling me all about it. Hello, mama. What's up? Nope, she's sending me Instagram videos. Okay, so that's her name. That's horse daughter name. Go There's actually a game fun fact that I would really like to go over, but I can't because it's entirely written. It's entirely written in the vertical font. It's in the vertical method. I just want to double check I'm doing this in the right. It's class type and could be class type and cover. So class type cover. Popularity. Level plus number of wins, so we need to try to put here, which is going to be popularity, LV plus wins. Maybe we put it down to 12, and we put it like this. Popularity. Do. Tell me more, tell me more. No. Do. Yeah, we just do skill ceiling, because skill ceiling is an actual term. That's the number of skills you can actually use. No, that's not. Skill stocks. Stock. Um, mm, that's the number of cards you can actually have on you beforehand. So we're not really going to be changing these, but what we can do is we can just change this to expertise, because that's what it's trying to say there. I know for a fact that's what it's trying to say. But I'm still going to just do a quick little double check to make sure. Expertise. Okay, I am right. We don't need to change this because it's in English for a reason. I don't know why it's in English. It just is. Let's just do a quick check over here. Impression and main battle history. We are going to portrait. Notable battle history. Notable battle. Actually, notable races. We'll call these notable races. I don't know why they call them battles, but hey, what do I know, right? Okay, so if we want to do this correctly, we got all of you sorted out. I'm doing this just for my own sake, just so I know what's been done and what's not been done. You're done. Okay, so we just need... Let's get this entire section over. But yeah, outside of violence, big problem with work environment is that most of the world's in fact that some people just generally suck ass for pennies to drive down to theoretical pay for all. Yeah. And I think that's kind of the issue with translation especially, just because it is a high-skilled job. Like, here's the thing. Translation is a very high-skilled job. It does require a lot of work, and it requires a lot of patience, and there's a skill that goes into it. And that's a very big part of it. The thing is, the people who are really good at doing their job, really good at translating, usually go do something else other than this particular kind of like facet of translation. Because why would you want to do this? Like, like you may say like, oh, well, because they care about the work or something like that. But it's like, in a world where you can get paid a lot of money to do one thing, and like, it's not like you can't do it. That's why like fan translation will always, exist. But I just forgot that. But it's also kind of like a, hey, it's messy. What are you? Start your life. Open up your eyes and I'll see the lights of 1985. Start. Okay, so relatively speaking, all of this done. No longer have to think about it. You are successfully completed. Good job, team. This does bring us to the middle bits here. Luckily, all of this is going to be the exact same, but we want to make sure that this is race data. So we know this is going to be race data. Mm. We're gonna make you 20. That balances out pretty nicely. Okay, so let's just take you. Feed. Position modification. Strategy, strategic point, strategy points. Failure check. Yeah, this is just the number of failure checks you've had to make. Possibility of unlife does take things a bit different point of view. Manly does have a. Don't agree with Manly. Don't agree with him. Bad Lubu. We're friendly here. Don't. Manly's a doomer. He doesn't believe in the shining hope of mankind. Actually mean lead cards here. Actually, yeah, I guess that would be like lead. Lean. Position mod. Strategy points. Okay. We change you to lead. Position modification. Position modifier. Position modifier. Strategy points. Failure checks. Failure checks. And then you would just write those in. Cool. Says the man cracking his knuckles while the horse girl looks as confused as why she is here. Also, fuck off for calling me a doomer. You're the most black-pilled man on this side of the hobby. I'm not black-pilled. Come on, Manly. I believe in the shining hope of humanity. I believe that there will be a better future for us. I believe in a golden era of tabletop games. I just need to systematically, erase the unpure. I will be the beginning and the end. I will be the ending. I just believe that in 2024, our hobby is going to undergo a complete collapse. There's nothing doomer about it. That's called being a realist, Manly. It's different. Skill name. I'm gonna save the sheet real fast because I'm getting a little paranoid that something's breaking. I don't know why. Jesus, I don't know why it does this. I just want to make sure it's still. Hello, Mama. Give me 1 second, Mama. I need to Tabletop games have fallen. Millions must dev. Oh. Look at the Doomer has a point. People born this money usually have no idea what that means. Erase the up here. Ain't that a quote? You wouldn't play it, Jenny, hit you on the ass. Not only more is getting the possession of large amounts of power and or money without struggle makes people like Billy Boy Gates appear. I should have been communist propagandist in October Revolution, not sit here with you asses. Manly Stalin would have had you shot at a drunken paranoid rage. It would take him one look at me to realize that I'm different. You don't understand, Lubu. I'm built different. I'm built different. You don't understand. See, ever since Edge Runners came out, I've been unable to look at when someone says I'm built different. I've never been able to take it serious anymore. Like, anytime that happens, all I just see is I'm built different. You wouldn't understand. Because he's literally me. Why don't I just do... Modern problems require modern solutions. Oh, and the amount of information you have to write down actually somewhat. It takes 2 bullets to kill Manly. I think Manly's built different, built wrong. Built incorrectly. We want to do Kiai Rai. Actually, we'll do Kiai. We don't have a lot of room here. What is Unicode arrow up? Simple arrow. We want to do Unicode arrow up. Where's a good Unicode arrow going upward? Right there. 21D. Plug you in there? No. What I'm going to do is put you right there. Hello, Unicode. Better. Because I can't put Ki increase necessarily. That won't fit, but I can do something like that. And this would be, we're just going to put uses here. That's all we're going to put. We're going to put uses. not number of uses, because we can't fit everything here, but we're working a little bit on an economy. We're doing an economy round, guys, Glocks only, economy round, Glocks only. Want to buy my AUG next round, guys? As you want to understand my plays, I'm going for big plays. That's something I'm gonna have to do, is when Counter-Strike 2 comes out, everyone's gonna have to watch me play Counter-Strike poorly. Because I'm really terrible at Counter-Strike. Like, I'm just bad at the game. But that won't stop me from playing more Counter-Strike. Skill, cost, number. Oh, that's literally what your skill stock is. That's literally what's in your skill stock, what you're supposed to write down. Okay. Choo-choo-ka-choo-choo. All right. Here we are, the Burger King foot lettuce. Oh yeah. Why is that so small? I'm just gonna, like, this is literally cast and relationship. Like, I guess we would just put an R right there, because that's all we can afford. But I am going to, skills. Yeah, they're literally just upgrading how CS:GO is going to, like, Counter-Strike is just going to play on the new engine. From what I've seen, they are literally changing nothing. Like, they are changing less than nothing, arguably. It's like, I don't, like, yeah, it's like, how do you make a sequel to Counter-Strike? And the answer is you don't make a sequel to Counter-Strike. Like, that's the secret. Like, you just don't. Okay, we just have this section. Personality. She loves me for my personality, boys. That's all I need. She's real to me. Fun fact, She's Real to Me is actually a song by Moist Critical, because he's in a band. Let's not forget the fact that Moist Critical is in a band that does have a full song about cum-powered robots. Like, that's just one thing you have to remember about Moist Critical and his literal song about cum-powered robots. Nope. Yeah, it's like, you know what? Shine on, Moist Critical, guy who has song about cum-powered robots. Okay, so it's literally, you have your 3 measurements on one. We're going to be doing height. weight. Again, I'm surprised they don't actually have like here's your 3 measurements. Second name. Which second name is actually like a mechanic. Relatively important. So I'm gonna do that for second bit because center your second name is big. Ears, tail. Tail. Strengths. Is other. There we go. Is that everything we need? But put Memo Cho in the yeah, we'll put Memo Cho in the corner there. Modio Cho radio. Okay, so that is the character sheet done. Good job, team. We did the character sheet. That's done now. Monotone, yeah. We should stab a couple of times. He's in a band, owns a company, an esports team, a comic, and she get 2 dogs, a cat, manly. What? Yeah, it's I don't think you could. I didn't think you could do it. I still don't, but you did it. Yay! We're not done yet, though. Have no fear, everybody. Have no fear. Oh, we gotta stretch. Okay, here, let me just also, Pepper, in case you're wondering, oh God, right there. Okay, let me just oh, Jesus. If you remember a long time ago, you actually heard my back crack. It's gotten worse, actually. Oh yeah. Manly, I don't know. I'm Manly, my man. All I'm saying is we should do a catchy moochie. Don't worry, Pepper. The only love of my life is my Russian boy toy, Manly. You can clip that if you bro. I'm gonna kill myself. No, you can't do that. Now, I was kind of saving this part for last because it's a little bit messy for a very distinct reason. So, what I have to do is do this. Now, if I hit this button and then I hit, okay, so up correctly, yes. This is the race sheet. Now, the weird thing about the race sheet is pretty simple. This is a copy and pasted section of the book. Like, they have taken this as like a PNG or a JPEG or something and put it in the book. I think you're supposed to buy it, like actually like buy it as a separate entity. And when I say you have, I think you have to buy it as a separate entity because they actually have all of the cards and all of like the play material for 500 yen you can buy. I think you're supposed to buy it in there because if you notice, I can't actually select any part of this. But if I go all the way up, we go up, no, a little bit too far. If I go all the way up to here, you notice all the text is actually a lot higher quality because what I think they did, this is just my very inexpert, I believe I have to go clockwise, my very inexpert deduction here. What I think they did was they put the PNG or like the more official version of it in this, and then they put all of the other, then they put like the secondary version down below in its own page as kind of like an afterthought. This is a little bit janky, and I can't really use this as well. And there's a very distinct reason I can't use this as well, because it's got all of these plastered on it. Can't get rid of these, but all of these are actually feeding this information down here. That's why they're actually fairly important in that way. So I have two options here. Well, at least I didn't call you a cat boy. You know, I mean, that's one way. Recommended with notepad. Nah, man, like, nah, don't worry. You really are my little tiger. little kitty. See, it's 11 o'clock. I'm very tired. But generally speaking, what we need to do at this point is get this sheet translated. This is the most important sheet in the book. I want you to remember this. This is the most important sheet in the entire book. And I don't have a good version of it. I have two options. My first option is take this, literally just kind of like bring all the information here and do a little bit of work removing these. Like you can even kind of see like, yeah, we get a little crunchy at points. And like I slowly start trying to remove all of these, just slowly and steadily, which is going to be a little easier said than done because they actually have a background here. One that clips into the text randomly. Yeah, this game is put together by faith and fucking magic at points. You kind of even see over here the way this is set up. Or I'd remake this entire thing in its own document. What I need there is a good background like this, but I have no idea really what to search for it. Jingles the keys. No, I'm not going to fall for your key jingling nonsense. I won't fall for your Jewish nonsense. I should know, I usually do the nonsense. Yeah, that's kind of the situation right now. I mean, okay, you know what we should do? Just as a... See, that's even worse. You're trying to lead me astray. I know how this goes. You can't fool me, Pepper. Oh god, why is this sheet so awkward? Why are you the way you are? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Let's just do some... Pepper is trying to lead me astray. I know how this goes. We're gonna do... We drag you out 500. This is gonna be a little bit precarious, but I think we can do it. And this is gonna be one of those bits being like, why does this look so weird? Because I had to do it in the jankiest way possible. So that's, we're going to make it like 20. Let's make it like 20. It's not going to be 25. It's going to be a lot larger than, but here, mea culpa. There. In case people ever want to know how I make character sheets for like games that clearly don't have character sheets or something, this is how. This is actually how I make the character sheets. I like copy paste them into these in a Paint document effectively. I need 500. And I pray to God everything works out appropriately. 2, 1, 2. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hey. 30. I don't think 30 is gonna. I do not think 30 will be enough. But can I make you? Let's pretend we can. Yeah, no, I think we can. Okay. Yeah, no, we got plenty of. There, do we have X lining up nicely? Everything looks like it's lined up nicely. And we're gonna rotate. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Okay, so I'm gonna save this as race sheet 1, and now we're gonna start cleaning this document. Now, the cleaning of this document is gonna be pretty basic to begin with. All I'm gonna be doing is just getting rid of any instance of the number. Nothing else. I just want to get rid of the instances of the number, and I'm also going to get rid of the girls in the boxes. Don't need them in the boxes. I just need to get rid of the number, and I need to get rid of them. That's all that needs to happen, because they are very low quality, and I think I know why they are. I think it was just how they chose to do that particular way of doing things is a little bit jankarino, but hey, what do I know? I'm just a silly clown. That's see, up here is easy. Up here is simple as can be. You just got to apply some effectively whiteout to everything. You apply whiteout, everything's fine. Like many parts of the world. No, I can't finish that line. In no good way am I able to finish that line without getting completely annihilated on Twitter. That's like the fucking A symbol. This, do we have anything else we need to get rid of up top? I wish we had. space. Hello. 10 FRI. Okay. No. We can get it. So we just have to. That's all that we're losing. We're just losing the 10 FRI. No bad. Why am I getting ads for like $90 LED light lip placement tail kit Jeeps? Do you go out in the woods with the skinwalkers? Oh Lord in heaven. Email receipt SB's map quest. Oh god. Oh god, not map quest. You will love map quest. Because map quest loves you. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to tactically try to remove as little as possible. Just gotta remove that. Little bit precarious. Okay. This upper part is done. Now we just need to remove this bottom part. A lot easier said than done, but using the magic of technology. The magic of technology. Yeah, don't mind. Everything's a little bit off kilter there. Don't mind that. Just ignore it. It goes away if you don't think about it. Fuck you trying to get rid of that. That's just not going to happen. We apply it like here. Right this way. Do something like that. That gets rid of them. Which means we just need. That's one remove. We just need to get rid of you somehow. Unless we do some finagling with okay, yeah. Finagling hours, everybody. It's finagling time. It's me and my favorite superhero, Morbius, finagling. Remember when Morbius memes were funny? I remember. I was a Morb head. It was the funniest fucking thing I've ever run into. It was great. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. This. Something. This, and then we. Oh. Oop. Oop. Okay. So what we do now is we select you. Actually, what we can do, really want to be put the nuggets down here and put our nuggets right there. Don't let Manly know there are nuggets nearby. He will put them off the floor. Don't worry, Manly. I remember that. So you have to. See, I'm gonna look back on Twitch on the actual like Twitch chat now, and Manly's probably gonna be swearing my death yet again. But it was funny. And it'll never not be funny, by the way. Actually, when did I just tactical? There we go. Ooh, you're not. It's up there, but I'm gonna do this. Flip you around like so. That. Flip you around like so, because audio, cho, radio, and then we. Okay. Watching this off one of the computer in the cloister, or did you sneak on your phone? You can know, saw one earlier today. They were mildly disappointed that the corner store was closed because they wanted to. No, I still don't know if Morbius was bad or not. Morbius was terrible. Seeing you do all this makes me feel like we were watching a counterfeiter at work doing shit for $1,000 bills. I will steal your surplus income. But you make the whole thing was your little kitty paws, little Toby Griffin. He even mirrored it badly. Shut up, Pepper. Shut up. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. I'm trying. I mean, if we. There we go. Looks fine. Looks great. Zero 10-0 FRA. Verdana. 10-0 FRI. We bump it up to like 22-point font. Yeah, you can. That. There we go. Okay, so next we need to do this section, and what we're going to do is a very tactical basic correction of that's definitely not the color. That's definitely the right color at all. In fact, why are you not the right color? That's not good. Not the right color. Oh, yes, I want this dark green. This. You know, I'm not a very good graphic designer, but I am very good at mimicry. I can make something look relatively accurate. And that's all you really need at the end of the day, is it for it to look relatively accurate. If you look really hard, you'll be able to find all the little errors, but we're going to save this as race sheet 2. Now what we get to do is something even more entertaining. So I get to take this, and I get to go like this constant. We just get to remove all of the Japanese. Every single instance of Japanese needs to get purged. But why, you ask? Well, to put it simply, we need to make it so that we can actually use half this shit. You know what? I think I know for a fact I'm gonna have to remake this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get rid of the whole shit. I will rewrite, I can re-add the numbers later. I can do that a little bit more directly later on. I just need to so if I remove these now, I won't have to worry about them later. What's with the obsession with fucking circles? God, I hate circles. Okay, so Moriocho do 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 do. Blink. Sploink. Boink. Okay, so this is going to be nightmarish to even manage down here because we're going to have to mimic everything unless we choose not to do that at all and just replace it with plain text. You know what? Why don't we just do that? Well, it won't look as nice. Yeah, but I also don't know how to mimic things perfectly. So, ever thought about that? Ever thought about that, everyone? That I'm, in fact, just a fucking moron? I bet you didn't. I bet you didn't think that I'm just a stupid fuck. But what if it's not? What if this isn't actually my actual dog shit opinion? What then? What if I am not, in fact, lying? So we've got a majority of this. Little bit obvious down below. Now, nuclear option is we literally just just copy paste it, go down, which might, you know what? Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that? That'd be a lot easier. Oh. Okay. Here's the do. Because the thing is, what I'm going to have to do is like constantly remember what all these values were. But we can just write those back in later. Right? Right. That's what we're going to pretend. That's what I'm going to tell myself. Yeah? That's. Oh. 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 Sweet. Some actually, I know what we can do. Even better. We do some expert mimicry. That compromised. That compromised or compromised Are you fine? Okay. That. Little bit cleaner to read, but that's going to be fine. There we go. We put that right there. Luckily, you advantageous position. So what we can do here is that. Very slow and very methodically. You two are in very good positions. Ooh. Allowing me to do. I do plan on putting the numbers back. I just need to moment. But you're gonna be a pain in my goddamn ass. Yay! So gonna do. You bitch. You're gonna be a bitch and make unless I. Welcome to obsessive minute details with Anna. Not a single human being will give a shit about any of this. Not a single one of them care. But I do. So that's all that. But I care because I want, in the off chance that someone decides to play fucking table derby using my translation, I want to make sure people have the highest amount of enjoyment as physically possible. And to do that, we're gonna be autistic as fuck. Nope. See, the best part is I could have probably just yelled at the guy on Twitter being like, "Hey, can I get the version of can I get like a version of this? Please. I'm begging you. I'm just a little goblin. I'm just a little goblin. I just need please just give me I'm begging you. Oh sir. Oh sir of sirs. I'm asking you just give me something, please. Please, monsieur. All I want is some food to eat." Carve the path. You just see everything and Not perfect. I see you. Do not believe that I don't. I am here. I am ever watchful. I see you. Cannot be. Here we go. Okay, now time to get rid of that text. Okay, everybody. Okay. Easy answer would be modern problems require modern solutions. That took far fucking too long, I can tell you that much. That's supposed to be going. How is this supposed to go on your fridge? This is your best? This is rough cheating nobody's ass not getting into art school. I'm not getting into art school. I know that. I'm doing my best here, guys. I'm doing my best. I don't want to pay the 500 yen to get. I don't want to pay 500 yen to maybe get a slightly better sheet. Maybe. I don't want to pay 500 yen. Even though 500 yen is like not even $5. Like not even $5. Like it's about a little bit less than $5. Okay, so ratio 3. Okay, team. Now we do this, put it over here, so it's a brand new sheet. It's a brand new day. Okay, now we start translating. Have no fear. Have no fear, there's nothing wrong here. Table do, yeah, so. And like always, we're just gonna act from the top. And race development climax progression. Fuck do you mean by that? Start turn 2. Okay. Start your life. Open up your eyes and see the lights of 1985. Start second turn. Second turn. Third turn. Second turn before. Or go. Luckily, everything is relatively put together here, so I can just be a little bit more haphazard. It's literally telling you what you need to put in. Okay. Change of final judgment. Judgment. Yeah, final judgment. Ballet. Gole, gole, go. Didn't know we were Venezuelan. Can we push it to 33? There we go. So this is what you actually have to do, and that makes a lot more sense of what this thing's going to be, which I just want to make double check here, which is race development. Ah, fuck. I want to work this. Race turn. I guess I'm going to do something like that. So it's like race, and this is the race turn. This is the action. I think it's going to look at least decent. I don't. The fatigue is getting to me, by the way. Very autistic. No, saying you don't realize. Was it by the time that I was doing the goddamn game about fucking horses? I can't really even say anything. That's the absolute worst part, is that I've forever been tainted by Equestria. Race name, race place, distance. So this is the race. So this is the name. Name. Location. I need to size. Race name. Race name. Location. Distance. Distance. Addition. No. You're doing what with horse? So I'm not Vosh saying, unfortunately, because that Vosh brings in way too much money. Slowly to all horse content. Sorry, everybody. I'm becoming a pony tuber now. I've lost all will to live, everybody. I'm sorry. It's Jover. Your boy Notepad's just given up. How do we want to do? How do we want to even approach this? We've gotten the top. Let's worry about the circle here. So what we need to do here. Actually, what happens if I just type in 1? What if I just do that? It just types into 1. Okay. We can work with that. We can work with that. And how we're gonna work with that is nothing but spirit on the move. Wait, this is the special position. This is late to start. It's the late to start bubble. Since that's the late start bubble. Solitary person. Mm. $99 late start. Mm. So luckily, I'm thinking this is correct because all of these should be the same. So if I'm doing this correctly, I'm going to put this in. So this is the final... How would I word this? This is the final judgment. Fuck. Shit. God damn it, cunt. What do I think? Find the numbers. I do final mod. Because this final mod, so if we would have to type in final modification everywhere. Fuck up. What do you even put down here? Who you? Don't have it. Unless I put down final mod. If I put down final mod, I have enough space. But does that make sense? Unless I put a note in the book saying if it says final mod about the final modification. Okay, that's what we'll do. We do final mod, and that means we have to put final mod and everything else. Accurate, if I remember correctly. Ki rise. Rise and Ki. We'll do Ki. We'll do Ki rise. Ki raise. Rise. Increase is the correct word. That would be the correct word in fucking English. but it's not English, and I don't have enough space to put in anything else. Fuck. Ki Rise. I guess that would be like probably fuck up. Fuck. Shit. I do call it just increase in Ki. How do I fit that in? How do I fit this in here? I like smaller. If I do that, I can fit it in. I don't know how I'm gonna fit it in elsewhere. Up Ki? Ki up. No, we stay with Ki increase because that's the term that's used throughout the book. And we this. Maximum number of people. So this is max people. Max people, we put that there, and we put that here. None. Yeah, technically, being in this position is a no-no, and you shouldn't be in this position at all. But if you are in that position, fuck you, ha ha ha, you suck, and everybody hates you. So we do this, and the final mod is a -5. Technically, if we want to be precise about it, we should use okay, fine. And clear indication of what we're doing. Go back here, then we go down to the Ki rise. And the Ki rise is 2, so back to the 2. This we shrink you down as small as possible. Great, but it's the best as I can do. Okay, so here's what we have to do for every single one of these. We need to put down the final mod, the Ki increase, and the maximum number of people in the area. And every single one of these, we need to put this down. Let's just experiment a little bit. Let's just play around with this, and because luckily what I can do is pretty much like once I get it in one place, I can just type it in the rest. So if I do if we do at 14, we do it at 12. We do Ki max people, because we have to do it, and then final something like this. Just plug in the numbers. because then yeah, we would just have to plug in the numbers. That would be methodology of doing it. So technically, if we actually know, if we want to follow how the book works, so if we want to follow how the book is laid out, we need to do this. Would not be correct. Don't do that. This. Whoop. So if we want to do this correctly, what it would be is, looking at this correctly, final mod would be here. This is where this one is. Ki increase would go far left. Ki. I can probably just put in Ki and then put like a +1 there. Like Ki increase. Like, this is the annoying thing, is because it's fucking Japanese, and because it's fucking Japanese, effectively the issue is they're fitting in a lot more information very, very small. They can condense a lot of information down. And I just can't do that because that's not how fucking English works. Good night, man. Unless I just redo how these look. Like, what do I really... Honestly, Ki up, yo. That might not be a terrible idea. Just use a on for it. It's Ki up. Yeah. We do... We have an up. Use it once already. I think it would be 2. Do we have a bigger arrow? Do we have a bigger arrow to work with? Actually. There we go. Why don't we do that? What we need to do is put you like right like this. And then we do max people. I'm gonna have to put max people in anyway. We do something like this, but then we want to do things nice as possible because doing you try to keep things as precise as physically possible. I want to keep things as precise as physically possible. EI up, no. EI, if we here. Fuck. Clicking every single run. God damn. Ki. Ah! Oh! No! No! So this would be max people. Max people. This is max. This is not ki increase. That would be the final mod. Do this, and if we paste another one, this would be ki increase. Ki. Up. All three of these are the same. So we do want to keep things as accurate as possible. We do final mod dot max max people f I guess unless we just call it max, we could just call it max, I guess. That's an entirely valid, relatively valid option. And then we just call it ki up, like this. We then apply this to look something like this. And then that's that. That's what this would make. Use the max number of people that can enter into a section. We select all of you. We select this. You. Because all of these are going to be the exact same, just the values are changing. That's the issue. Values slightly. So we just need, if we add this in here, should be able to. Does everything. Yep, perfectly. Right. Here and hit eat. And good. So we've got all of you plugged in. Cool. Max P. That ain't gonna work. I think just putting max is gonna be fine. I just have to explain like max P. How does that? Maybe we do something like this. Still looks funky, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm really tired and it's past midnight. Why not? Let's just go with Nooney's suggestion. Fuck it. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, we do that. Luckily on the bigger ones, it's the exact same format. It is actually the exact same format. So, here's the beautiful thing of what I get to do. I get to do this, Control C, Control V, right here in the middle. And yes, this is actually how the game looks. This is how you're supposed to do. Actually, can do. That's. I think they did this for the sake of simplicity more than anything. This, we see this, select. I saw it. You can't hide from me. I see it all. I see your clever tricks. Because tricks are for kids. I see your perfidious tricks. But oh. Now you may be wondering, Notepad, why don't you just fill out the circles on top? Because those are going to be different for. Alright, so I just want to make sure that they all relatively look similar. So... Okay, there we go. That looks fine. Then we select you. This Control D, we put here. Centered as possible. We go here. Down. Select you. Actually, no, I'm not going to do what I wanted to do there. I'm just trying to save as much time and mental fucking anguish as possible. So... Yeah. Take our final one. At Control C. Go to our final section right over here. We line it up. And that's what chaff. Down. We up. Select everything here. And we go here. Control C. Down. I'm going to be perfectly fine. Actually, what I should... I'm going to be perfectly fine just inputting the same bits and pieces up there. I have no qualms with that. I think that'll be fine. Nice and simple. I don't got to think about it. Because it's just going to... I know what it's going to be. So I'm not too, like, fussed about putting it in, like, a few times. And, like, could probably save time doing it. But, fuck it. Brain hurt, brain no want work anymore, so there we go. Everything is lined up at least. What I'm gonna do at the very end, I'm going to just plug in all the numbers at once. All the numbers are plugged in. I never have to think about this again. Okay, but let's do the names for okay, but we've got a lot of this done. What we need to do is actually, if we really want to do things correctly, what we do this. What's gonna pop up? Easy peasy. Okay. Alright. So this would be front, back, last. So I believe it's lagging is what we were using. Actually, no, it'd be front, back, and okay. So it's last. It's front, back, and last. So this would be front. So if we're doing this correctly, I'm going to put this in its own section so I don't get fucked up with it. Put you up here. We're going to make you 24. You're going to be front. Front. Back. Last. Okay, front, back, last, and that means you are lead. But what I'm going to do, because there's a special thing I need to do, I'm going to bring you up a little bit. The lead, we're going to reduce you down by 12, because there's actually a special rule we need to consider here. Special rule has to do Yay! Because I can't select because it wants to select every single thing it wants. Awesome. That's not how any of this shit fucking works. Hell yeah. Yeah. Why don't you want to be selected properly? Actually, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. You can't hide from me. You are being stupid. I know what you... because it doesn't understand that I don't want to select everything. It doesn't understand that. So what we need to do is we need to do this. You need to put that in. No, when you zoom out, look out, it looks pretty great. Good job. I don't know if you're just being a jackass like usual, or you do genuinely mean that. So I'm gonna just nod my head and say, yeah, cool. Select pace. Treble check. Yep. I'm gonna do that just so this doesn't get covered up by anything. That's what I'm a little bit worried about. So that's why I'm doing that. So we don't have to worry about you. I'm gonna just select these. And we're just going to just raw translate all of these little number things. Don't know what's up with these number things. I'm assuming this has something to do with pace. I really don't know. Because I'm assuming these are the paces. And the idea being like, hey, you're at the right pace, and because you're at the right pace, you know, you're changing actually how fast you're... Let me select what I want to select. God, son of a... Yeah. Like, yeah, comedy is over. You know, fun times with Notepad is over. Notepad is just dead tired at this point. Is now. If you want to really know what I'm doing, I just have to go through the multiple numbers of these. Like, this is what I'm doing. I need to go through all of these numbered sections, just copy and paste all of them into a single bit, and then I have to put them all individually in the sheet. Then I put them all in the sheet, which will select all of you. Here we go. You. Okay. I closed. Okay. Slow, middle, high, and then we have the great room. And then we have the great escape. So it's how do we want this? You know what? We're gonna do this in a little bit of a jank method. So I can actually see what I'm doing. I'm gonna put you right there. I'm gonna put you right there, just so I can see what I'm. Everyone else can see what I'm doing. This is literally all this is going to be, I think. I think this is just what this section is. Literally saying where you are. That's it. But I was correct. I was correct, though. Slow. Front. 6. Middle. Front. 5. Middle. Middle. Lead. 6. Middle. Middle. Front. 7. Middle. Back. 8. Middle. Last. Do I have any notes on pace distance? Does this actually low, middle, high, and breakaway? Okay. This is high. This is correct when we say it's a high pace. So that would be, we are at 9. I lead. 10 high front. 11 high back. 12 high last. 13 high this would be breakaway. That would be breakaway lead. You are the only one able to make that decision as a Umemazume. You are pretty much making a dedicated effort to screw with your friends. Breakaway front. 15. Breakaway back. because everyone in the back pretty much gets a relaxing time. Breakaway last. The problem is you're breaking yourself, and it's like, oofy, owie, zowie, my bony wonies. Okay, cool. As you can see, you don't actually get any increase for trying it, which is like, oh, cool. The problem is you don't get any increase for doing it. Okay, so that section is done. That part is hammered out. Don't need to worry about you. Just gonna set it to go. You. Okay. I'm going to make a note. I'm going to save this right now. I'm going to call this race sheet 4. Race sheet true, actually. Just so I know it's here and I no longer have to think about it too much. That does bring me to my next section, which is going to be translating you. Even though I think I know what this is, I just want to make sure that this is correct. Let me see. Obtain lead plus. Same thing every time. Okay. Got all of this. We've got all the top. We've got all of the... We need to... Saying the same thing. I think this is saying the exact same thing. Can we get away with just translate? I think we can. So guess what we're gonna do? Try to translate one version of it. Free spirit, increased, okay. So this means we're gonna go up again. And just gonna type in increase ki when moving. Increase ki when moving. When moving to. Increase ki when moving. We're going to do that. We're going to bump it up to not. We're going to bump it up to like 14. So increase ki when moving. We're not going to bold it though. So it's going to be increase ki when moving, increase ki when moving, increase ki when moving. The entire idea is that during this time, you have to increase your ki when you are moving to a new location. Put it there. No matter what you're doing, you have to increase your ki by the amount. And if we go over here, lots of zeros. So what we can do, select you. Can do a little bit easier. That, do that, do. So where do we need to put zeros? 0, 0 on top. So we just need. You look a little bit rough. All right, buddy. Maybe let that. But what we can do is all the way into the documentation. We used our handy dandy little snippy tool. If I knew what font this was, this would be a lot easier. I would just type it in my own. I would just type it in by itself. but I don't know the font they're using. If we do something like this, but 0, 0, where else do we put the zeros? We put the zeros no place else. Nope, no more zeros. The only 2 zeros. But and R up. Do have to add 1. Back here, we select you. Boop, boop. We select the 1. Anymore. Don't need you. Yep, we put there. I see. Sure. Is everything increased by 1 in the second row? Everything is increased by 1 in the second row. So pretty much making a run if you are at the middle pace does mean you're going to be increasing your ki pretty consistently. But increasing your ki is not going to be it if you're going to be going for that. The font's going to be a little bit smaller down here. I'm okay with that. I think that's an acceptable... That is an acceptable compromise to me, anyway. Let's do real fucking fast. Choosing this pace requires skill, so that means... This pace requires a skill. And if we go here, we select everything here, we open you up. Each character rolls 1d6 for the spiriting. Okay. Each character rolls a 1d6 for ki. For ki increase. 1 to 3. Yeah. If you manage to do a breakaway, like, it's a risky fucking move. Because the thing is, what's going to happen is that you're going to possibly spike your ki real bad. And if you're up to that pace, there's a good chance you're probably just going to break yourself while doing it. So it's like, yeah, you don't really want to do a great breakaway if you don't have to. And if you do manage to pull off a great breakaway, you actually get a fame point for doing it. You know, people actually really like it when you pull off pretty much suicidal maneuvers. We've got this. We've got this. Got all of you in. So we're going to be strategy. I know this is going to be strategy. Yeah, okay. So, because I know you're going to be strategy points... This is the funny thing, is I'm going to put strategy on the ones below, but you don't get the strategy does not actually apply to these bottom ones. You don't get any strategy points doing this. At this pace, you don't get anything. Which is another reason, like, someone going Great Escape is really dangerous. Because unless you're at the very bottom, which I'm going to have to put a note in there. But yeah, like, I'm going to put just, you know, strategy, you're just going to get a 0 here. That's all you'll be getting. I guess we could start plugging in the numbers right now. Okay, so start plugging in numbers. +1. You get +1, +1, 1, +2, +1. Okay. We've plugged in all the numbers there. All the strategy mods do work perfectly there. Just need again our numbers. It like so we do 1, 0. Okay, so since we just have to plug in numbers, let's start doing it. 0, 0, 1, 0. If we want to be so 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. Yeah, so 1, 1, 0. Can do because this is the exact same. Boom. And because I damn well know this is going to be the exact same down below. That Control V and we do that. But you have to use the reference mark here. Yeah, you have a special reference mark. Put that there. So that's going to bring us to front. What is front's thing? 0, 2, 1. Always have 0, 2, 1. 0, 2, 1. Check that. That's a -1. Fucked up, put it in the wrong thing, doesn't matter. You actually have a 1, 2, -1. 1, 2, -1. Not really. 1, 2, -1. Like, being at the front position is not actually a bad idea, relatively speaking. The problem comes with it if you are in the front position and you can't like recover at all. If you're stuck in there and you like there's someone clearly in the lead, you're just going to lose. Like, yeah, sorry, you're not going to win. Since I know for a fact all of these guys are going to get special reference mark, I have to use the reference mark, which I like the reference mark, by the way. I meme on it quite a bit, you know. I insult it, but I do enjoy the reference mark. It is very handy. For you, one, any, to this increases, this maintains the exact same one below. However, it go to here, and we have to tactically erase you and tactically erase you because you get a 2+. Now you get a 0 to your key eye, and you get a -3 modifier. Because going max speed means that you don't get to have any fun. Ta-da! Yeah, going max speed means nobody gets to have fun. As dead last, it's... I can get reference marks. These little marks for myself. 1... I guess that means there's no max. Like anyone can be in the rear. Like it's not everyone. So yeah, anyone can be technically in the back. You don't have to make a competition for it. So that's going to be 1 1 1. Yeah, it's 1 any negative 1 any 3. Let's follow you, control C, we put there. Which at that point, 1 any negative 3, you get another thing, except instead of 1, you get a 0 4. 0 negative 4. Ha ha ha. Yeah, being last does nothing good for you, except give you strategy points. But if you already don't have strategy points by that point, you're not going to get any more. Like, you're just not having fun. Let's see. You get no... Yeah, you get neither. Am I missing anything? And am I missing anything? Am I missing anything? No. Actually, no, I fucking... Yes, I am forgetting something. I forgot the paces. That's a little bit of a thing. Actually, wait a second. Are you pace? Is that your... Yes, that is pace. So, because I know that is the word pace right there, I can be a little bit slow pace. Low pace. I'm gonna bump it up to about 35, just so people understand. This is slow pace. This is middle pace. This is high pace. And this is breakaway. Breakaway. Because it's technically it's referred to as breakaway pace, but I'm just going to call it breakaway. Actually, no, we'll call it. I think I should be fit it all in. Yeah. There you go, breakaway pace. Okay, all of the paces are in. All of the dictate where we need to put everything is in. Everything is there. Let me just do a double check. Oh, I forgot it. I forgot the lagging behind. You were -5 to any. -5 to max people any. I'm gonna revise on that so we can fit it in. Is that it? I think that's it. Let's see if we want to maintain. We want to maintain everything looking relatively accurate. Let's try to find throughout the main book. See, what I would want to find is this, or these images, and I think these are it, like, but the way they're cut out's a little bit weird. Thank you, Special Week. Do we have any good... Because there's, like, no artwork in this game. There's very little artwork. So I'm like... I guess I could try to, like, find something on fine to use. That would be like that would be option A. We literally use that. Alternatively, I wonder if I could cut these out. Here's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to cut these out. My only issue is Grass Wonder right here. It looks like she's getting covered up slightly. That's an issue if I want to keep her in place. Because Grass Wonder is... Literally, it's because El Condor Pasa there is taking up screen time. Like she does in the show all the time. I don't like El Condor Pasa. I think she's annoying, personally. Never been a fan of those kind of characters. Oh my god, but she's like my waifu. I don't care. Get a new wife. Get a new Uma. Yeah, she's a good racer. Don't fucking care. She is not my wife. She is not my... Okay, silence is fine. You're fine. Grass Wonder is a little bit... She got cut off a smidge because of El Condor. I think we may be able to recover this. Special week, please get out of the way. I also feel like I should add this particular image, which I might add this image in. We're doing everything. Right. Okay, so we can back to you. Right in the corner. Hello, special week. Hello. Put you out. Try to match the lights. And slap you in the corner. Which leads us to Grass Wonder. Hello, Miss Wonder. Hello. Hello, Grass Wonder. Grass Wonder. Wonder. Yeah, you see what I mean by like, it's ever so slightly El Condor is in the way. Just ever so slightly. But ever so slightly means a lot when it comes to this kind of bullshit. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do El Condor first. Let's try to get her in the beat out the right size we need her to be. Yeah, that's about right. We're gonna her corner here. We can actually make her a little better, maybe. Is that how she is actually behind that. So here's what we can do with Condor. This might actually work to our benefit a little bit. Tactically cut her away. Tactically remove part of her head. There we go. So she's where she needs to be, but now we can actually do Grass Wonder a lot easier because we know we can remove part of her face. So what we're going to do is... Hello, don't hand chopped off. That would be awkward. Keep like clicking off of it. I shouldn't. Oh, a little bit taller than you need to be. We put you out there. Something like this. No, you are just big enough where you keep don't, that part of you doesn't get cut. I mean, I don't think it shows up to you. Mostly because I'm going to have to do this regardless, just to maintain. There we are. Boop 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 boppity bop boop bop. Hell yeah. We've established all 4 of the racers. This is where they are. El Condor looks a little bit bigger than everybody else, but I think it's just because she's not as like over as much, but I'm okay. All right. So I believe that's everything when it comes to this, but I guess I will do this while I am here. I may as well do this a bit because that is who I am, and I say I'm going to do something, I may as well do. This is the image. We are just going to do that. Let's clean it up a little bit. I believe this is literally just saying like this is divided into certain sections. Who is in the lead? Who is, who's in front? Who's in lead? Because if I were to be a betting man, that's exactly what those say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the assumption that I'm correct. Start. Go. Now I've officially hit the point of like I'm just tired. If I'm being this correct, this is going to be start. Start. Second turn. Third turn. Second turn, third turn, and goal. We do that, we bring it down to there we go. There we are. You need to get rid of you. There we are. So, what do we need to? Okay, we need to select you. You're going to need to get OCR 2. We're going to get, you need to get OCR, which we're going to call OCR 1 because we're first, OCR 1. You, on the other hand, you're going to get OCR last. So you're going to be 3. Let's do some race 4 because I'm just gonna name something arbitrary. Mm. Japanese. Start this, please. There's no lines there. It's just reading them as such, so I'm okay with that. There is no line there, but that's fine for me. For the goal, deciding factor is... Wow, thanks Special Week for telling us something you've told us like 4 times before. Cool. Yeah. Special Week. Ooh, put it right. The judgment before the goal is the most important. So what we're going to do is we're going to upload a new file. We're going to do OCR, not OCR1. We're going to be 2 review. Please, interpretive dance, otherwise known as. It actually reads correctly. Reads. Okay, so let's play a game of what you're actually trying to interpret here. So I don't think those top 2 are correct. So yeah, I think it gets a little bit aggressive, but I think this works pretty well. Don't know. Or correct. I think in this line is correct. It did not get that second line at all. Did not understand what was going on. Actually, did it? Let's see. So those are the same. Those are the same. That's the same. Good. And it fucks up the second line there. I just want this line because it does the second line. Actually, it mangles that one too. So just do this line. Just give me that. Looks like you did it after I focused you down a little bit. You did it just perfect. That's what I like to see, baby. That's what I like to see. I'm pogging, everybody. Literally pogging. Race phase where everyone competes against each other. Basically, the structure is like this. Oh. Actually, it's going to be the race phase. Race phase. You need to reduce that down to like 12. Race phase is where everyone competes against one another. Structured like this. It's structured like this. It's structured like this. Lead front and back. And then we upload a file. We do OCR. We do OCR3. We do a preview of that one. We do a little bit of thing to make sure it's exactly what we want. Then we hit that. Choo-choo, that's what I like to see. I like it when things work out in my favor. Every part is important. Every part is important. Every part is important. Every part is important. But the judgment before the goal is the most important. There we go. Just remember, nothing else really matters as long as you win the final one. That's all you need to worry about. That is the most important thing for you to consider. Nothing else really matters. Okay, so... Don't need... The race sheet is done. Are done with this. Everything should be done. But we're not really quite done yet. We are approaching hour 4. It is almost 1 in the morning. But my job is one that is never truly finished. So what I'm going to do real fast is... I'm just going to place this in the correct... I want to make sure that we're looking correct. Phase. Actually, here's what we're going to do. I need to put this in a very specific area. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the race sheet true. We're going to open this image. We're going to remake something real fast. We're literally I'm going to make the actual like notes that they have here of what's important. So we're going to not use that. We are going to use circle. So we're going to place this like right here. Paste distribution. Give me like 24 font. Give me like 36, give me like 55. You know what, give me like 60. Give me like a 60-point font, bold. Give me a 2 there. We're going to use arrows, like really obnoxiously sized arrows at like 8. To make it a little wider. So position. I'm gonna put E like right here. We're gonna be here. Here. Okay, so you need to be 3, 4, 5, 6. You are going to be 7. Round judgment. 8 right there, just so everyone can kind of see it right there. Your eye drifts to the largest ones. Increase in key eye, which we're going to move down a little bit. We're going to move right there. See it a little bit. Leads. Probably be easier if I just remade this entire section than anything, but that, my friends, would be easy. 10, and then we do strategy points. 11, like here. We'll put it at the bottom so people kind of understand, like, yeah, strategy points are pretty much just ass. Go. There we are. Cuckoo choo choo. So re-emphasize this is the most important thing that you can do, because if you don't do it, because you're just not going to have fun, you're just going to be miserable. You don't need to be that, you're just going to be correct one. Okay. Don't need you anymore. We are good. Horses have cursed you for your hubris, and now your work is never done. It never will be. My life is nothing but a horse. I'm but a silly clown. But, okay. We put you up. We put you up. We're good here. We're good here. We're doing it. We're pogging. We're pogging, everybody. Let's do, start with the EN. We're going to be doing the Numa skills. So, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to probably do these off camera, because this isn't like, how do I want to word this? This is not entertaining content of me just like doing minute changes. That's not really like something like big than anything. I don't think it really needs to be shown. Like, the main meat of the game is done. All the fun parts are done anyway. Now it's just like, here's a shit ton of tables that I just need to like change the font on and like stare at a number for a while. Like, ta-da, like yeah, it's things like this that like I don't think, I'm not saying like this isn't entertaining value or something. No, it's like this is just things that don't really need to be shown, because it's going to be like very small details that one's really good. It's not, you're not missing much by me doing this. None of these are like super how do I want to, none of these are like super duper like insane. They're pretty standard. What I'm going to do is scratch skills. All of these are special. Yeah, it's like, oh boy, time to change like a small detail. Yeah. Six, you need White Sands. I don't remember bringing you in, but, hello, supplementary skills. You don't need supplementary skills. You don't need to be here. Yeah, some of them actually have like a lot of description, others of them don't. I have genuinely, I might need to like change how this actively looks, like how the pages are set up to make this correct. Again, that's gonna be like, I'm gonna do this off camera, simply because it's not like, I don't want anyone to show this off because this isn't interesting. No, it's just like, there's just a lot of stuff here that's like not gonna do much. Like, it's just gonna be me sitting here. It's gonna be me like, how do I change the font correctly? Why don't you want to work? Why are you this way? This isn't fair. Not fair to me. Yeah, the multiple Ume Mizume skills. The multiple of them. Oh, stop freaking out, please. Stop freaking the fuck out. God damn it. God. Mostly when the thing just breaks and it just doesn't want to work anymore. That's fun too. I love it when that just doesn't, when it just doesn't feel like working. Super pog. Yeah. Technically we have rank skills. Like, some of these aren't even like fully translated. So trading skills. 2. Oh boy, I sure do love mangled pages. What I might end up having to do, actually change the size of the actual paper. Because you can do that. Like, that's one thing about this as well, is like, you can technically change the size of the actual paper itself. That's one thing might, son of a, mind you, it does not help that Google Docs does not like tables, does not like a lot of tables, by the way. You may be wondering, why doesn't Google Docs likes tables? I have no idea. It just doesn't like them. So it's fuck you. Ahaha. I hear events. And let's do that. Table. We should this to name table. And then this is the outings. We already put the outings in, and I believe that is pretty much everything. Again, I have to go through all of the skills to make sure all of the skills read correctly, but yeah, that's Ume Mizume Pretty Derby Table Derby 2, Revengeance, Return of the Sith, Horse Edition. Yeah, that's it. I'm done. We did it. Good job, team. I'm very tired. I'm gonna call it there. Most likely there won't be another video on this, like another stream. There's going to be a video on it probably next week. If I get everything sorted out, that kind of depends on the situation there. As for this week, we're going to do I Love the Core, because I think I Love the Core is kind of good. That's one game I keep kind of forgetting to do. So kind of doing that, it's going to be more beneficial in the long run. We're going to be working on, there's a guild for that quite a bit. I did a little bit of work on it today. I know how to do it. Videos are going to be uploaded throughout the week, so don't worry about that. I do plan on getting it there. We're going to try, we may not finish Dark Messiah this. That's going to be kind of the indirect goal. Try to finish Dark Messiah, because Dark Messiah is a fun and interesting game, and people seem to be liking it, so that's a plus. So, ta-da! Welcome to Video Zatsudans. And looking at this, we'll play it by ear as we usually do. So thank you. Godspeed. Good luck. See you all on the flip side. Next Duong project will probably not be in Japanese. So yeah.